go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Daddy.
How bad is it?
It's tracking in fast. Power's already out in parts of Louisiana. It's coming in off the Gulf. Worst of it around midnight.
Gentlemen, it's gonna get bad. But that's what we're trained for. I don't want any mistakes tonight. None. So you look after each other, because you are your brother's keeper. Let's get ready to party. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Hockman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scoochie, and Bob Hassick. Hey guys, how are you? Why are we doing Life on the Line?
I'm great because this was an experience, I guess is what I'll call it. Life on the Line, John Travolta and Devon Sawa, which, there's another movie we've been trying to get it. Yeah. There's another movie we've been trying to get on here with John Travolta and Devon Sawa that was directed by Fred Durst. And it's all coming full circle, as you will find out at the end of the show when we go into next week's poll, which may or may not involve Fred Durst. Hi, Bob.
Oh, God.
How are you? Do you want to describe this abomination?
Oh my God, such an abomination. Oh my God. If they say the word lineman one more time in this movie, I was gonna.
Oh my God, I know.
Oh God. Okay, so that's actually the theme of my alliteration and pitch. So let's get to it.
Mexican guy says to the black guy, I'm gonna give you $10, you go buy me some beer, I'm gonna loan you my car. The black guy borrows his car, goes to supposedly buy him some beer, and all of a sudden he gets out of the car for some reason and somebody hits him on the head.
The best explanation.
All right.
Rob, I'm gonna say it again. Sorry. Here we go.
Yeah.
Linemen labor on the lines, live lives within a lethal landscape, and lap up lots of liquor, living with a looming liver loss liability.
They do drink. Almost.
Linemen labor on the line, live lives within a lethal landscape, and lap up lots of liquor, living with a looming liver loss liability.
Yes.
Nice.
It was a good one. I'm so proud. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a movie about linemen, as we hear the word lineman about 1 billion times during the stretch of this movie. And linemen are guys that work on power lines. The movie starts with a flashback. A lineman dies in the line of duty. That was anyway. And Travolta's character Bo feels responsible, and while the lineman's widow is racing to be by his side, she's leveled by a truck on the highway and is killed.
Yes, she is.
And is totally killed.
Yeah.
Can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Bo has to finish raising their daughter. It's his brother, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. It's his brother.
So
his brother.
Bo has to finish raising their daughter, his niece, and then flash forward to approximately 2015. Though you wouldn't know it from the ancient production design, right?
Yeah.
The linemen are replacing many miles of power lines and need to complete it before some kind of deadline in a looming storm. Shit goes down, and there's a train derailment, a storm, suicidal ideation, stalking, murder, infidelity, you name it.
What
the movie was awful, but the incorrect subtitles were fucking hilarious.
They were pretty good. I was a fan. All right, well done. And, I'm not gonna add to that because I have a feeling it's gonna go into worst production territory, and I'll wait till we get to that segment.
All right, so let's start to you then for the best YouTube comment.
I don't feel anything after reading these YouTube comments. Are you ready? This one's really pithy.
Yes.
John Travoltage. All right, on to the next segment.
Oh, very nice.
Hi.
You
don't look so good. You're looking kind of grizzly. I have a lovely sack of coconuts.
Test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
And we're back to you, and then Chris, and then we're circling around the horn.
Me?
No, we're on. When I point up, is it Chris on your screen? Or
it's me.
It is on my screen,
All right, yeah. It's Chris, Bob, Rob.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Bandana Bo's a badass in a new line of business. His brother bit the big one. Now he has to bring up his kid. Duncan got to funkin'. Now Bailey's got a munchkin. This blockbuster was so boring that I have to beg forgiveness.
All right. I like it.
Sorry, guys. This movie sucks.
There we go.
Yeah, it was bad.
There once was a lineman named Bo. This movie's about linemen, don't you know? Bailey has a busted hymen pierced by a fresh lineman. This movie started and ended on a plateau.
Hymens busted. Hymens busted by linemen.
Bob wins, obviously. Bob
yeah, it's a Bob 5.
So
I'll read mine.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. John Travolta and Devon Sawa downed power lines and an expectant mama. The current keeps flowing
Nice.
even when the winds are a-blowing. This movie's a comedy billed as a drama. And it's Bob 5.
I think we all nailed it, but yeah, Bob, you definitely take it.
Yeah, but I don't like voting for myself, so I'm saying Rob 4-5.
All right, and I'm saying Bob 5, and Chris said Bob 5. So Bob, you win.
Yeah,
good for you. I know it's like only a ceremony for Chris, but because he needs
been a
that
while.
boost.
Yeah,
I haven't won a
moved on.
pitch in a long time. I haven't won a pitch.
Yeah,
in
that's
a long
that's
time.
true. Yeah, Bob, well, you killed that one. I
solid.
think your last victory came with the jizz bucket line.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
If I remember correctly,
So
which I usually
Bob's jizz bucket redemption art. Okay. All right, moving
do.
on.
Put that on a shirt. All right, let's try to test number 2. This is the most offensive.
Yeah.
If we slow it down, we can actually pull the bullet, enter, and exit.
I've got a new nickname for Bob, but I'm not going to throw it out there right yet. How about number?
Oh yeah, it's a whole. That's we do Bob 5 on that one. So 5. Oh wait, sorry.
5.
Here we go.
God, I wish that was Bob. I want to hear Bob. Can that be your last word? You doing your best, Rob 5?
5.
All right.
I don't have a high pitch. I can't do it.
Beyond
okay, maybe
bullshit.
I'll try. Maybe I'll try.
That would be awesome. My number 5 is Beyond Bullshit Buildup. And I'm just frustrated by this movie's attempt at making every angle happen. Bob, I mean, you already illustrated this point, but to your point, they are building a rape storyline, they're building a suicide storyline, they're building a storm storyline, then a train derailment happens. I mean, like everything that you mentioned already, you're right about, and none of it has any effect because it's the buffet style where at a buffet everything's like not very good and nothing succeeds.
And then they realize like midway through the third act, like we have to resolve all of these like 5 B stories.
Yeah, and they do it in 20 minutes somehow.
By golly, they try to do it.
Yeah, they really do. They try to complete the circuit, so to speak.
Yeah.
In every aspect. But for me, it doesn't work. How about number?
That's Bob 4.
4.
And let's see if you guys agree. Poor and exploitive portrayal of PTSD.
You repeat that, please? Portrayal.
Poor and exploitive portrayal of PTSD.
Yeah.
Another way that they try to build the tension in this movie is by showing the guy who was a veteran standing there watching his kids, but hearing his buddies get blown away in his brain again. Which is what leads to his like fake ass lame suicide attempt. But he's also just like a hostile human because he was at war. I just feel like they make him a douchebag because he has PTSD, and I don't think it's fair to veterans.
No, that's not fair because like, if you know anybody that's like been through that, like they have very long moments of just normalcy until they're triggered, and then they lose their fucking shit.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yeah, my uncle, my uncle, from the stories, I don't know if this is true, and I won't say his first name just so that my cousins who may or may not be listening don't know who I'm talking about, but they definitely do. My uncle apparently was a cook and had to stab a guy to death who was on the camp, and he wakes up. Yeah, he wakes up with night terrors to this day, and he's like in his 80s. You know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you would have no idea. He's like this amazing mechanic. You know, he's just like a super nice guy all day long. But every night he wakes up screaming because of shit he's had to do.
Yeah, because like it's not an all or nothing thing. It's just like it has pockets. It has like a hold on certain aspects of your life, and that's it. And this guy was just like he was never happy or jovial or anything. He was just like,
no, he's just addicted to
I've
everybody.
seen some things. Now I need some boon. Yeah.
Even his kids were disappointed in him.
That's true.
Rightfully so. hey, Dad, what do you do? I make sure everybody has the power. They're like, all right, cool, I guess.
His fellow linemen were also watching him climb the tower in the middle of the storm. Like, there he goes. You know,
about my time.
We called it. Who wins the pool? We had 2 months. Number
3.
All right, this is another like come along for this ride one, but Duncan's Diner Dine and Dash. So Bailey is a waitress at a diner, and she has to wear a 1950s like French made diner getup, which is crazy. Yeah. But also she makes him the most offensive ham and cheese or whatever I've ever seen. She literally pulls white bread off of the window, puts it down, and then you don't see her put the ham on it, but it takes her about 8 seconds to put together this ham and cheese. I'm wondering why you would ever order this instead of just making it at home. It's costing you 3 times as much, and they don't even toast the bread.
Chris, it's for the atmosphere.
Yeah, I guess to see
because
this,
after a long day, risking your life and facing mortality on the line, you need a ham buffer before you go home and beat your wife.
Well, his wife is right there, and he hasn't beaten her yet.
I'm just saying, like, it's part of the culture that he's a part of. He's in, so like he's just getting ready. He doesn't know she's got a kid yet on the way, but he's like, oh, man, like 5 years from now, he's gonna slam some ham and then go home and slam his mam.
Wham bam! Thank you for the ham.
He has to wade through empty booze bottles to get into his trailer to see his mom.
Yeah, he does. Who, by the way, was fucking Sharon Stone. There was a moment where, like, I saw Sharon Stone in the opening credits because she's listed in the opening credits, and then I watched the entire movie, and then I was like, didn't they say Sharon Stone was in this? And then I was like, who the fuck was she? Yeah.
100%. Agree.
Yeah.
All right. Number
2.
I had to make this transition. This is our second clip of the day. This is Sharon Stone herself. This is bitch.
Yeah, she really is.
You're going out there, okay? You just get yourself killed. I won't mourn for you. I won't come to your funeral. I won't.
All right, Mama.
That's it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting to open this beer. I didn't want to do it.
It's just his mom saying, go to work. I don't care if you die.
Yeah. Well, here's the question for you guys. How did you interpret this? Did you feel like she had something diagnosable, like Alzheimer's or something? Because by the end of the movie, I didn't think so, but she does tell the same story twice about how his father died on the line.
I think that was just bad. I think it's bad editing, and like if anything, she's like got a B cluster personality disorder, like the bipolar or the borderline or one of those. Just from my armchair perspective, I think A, sloppy writing, and B, like a drunk person with a underlying trauma-induced psychological disorder.
Yeah, Something like that, because they made it seem to me at first like they were going to have Duncan is dealing with his mom who has Alzheimer's kind of like thing, which maybe maybe that was another one of the side quests that they chose for this movie, but then gave up on because
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe, quite possibly, but it doesn't seem that way by the end. It certainly seemed to me like they were going in that direction, but they didn't end up doing that. So
I chalked it up to multiple blackouts and her not remembering telling the story.
Yeah. I mean, she's also drinking quite a bit. So
yeah.
All right, my number
1.
I phrased it as "Bad Boys Rapey Bailey Boner."
I like that.
Yeah,
that's better than my alliteration.
I don't know. Maybe yours was quite good. It
wasn't
wasn't
full of
Z's this week.
You're talking about the Ron guy, right? The ex-boyfriend whose story's never explained, and like he thinks he could win her affection by just intimidating her every time he's on screen. Yeah, that guy.
Right. At the same time, so many characters looked alike. Like, I had a really hard time for the first half of this movie.
The crew cut. They all had the crew cut. The crew cut, medium build, like tight shirt and like jeans.
I could not tell Duncan and Ron apart at first.
No.
And one of them was Devon Sawa, which
who's got a very distinct face. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still couldn't tell them apart because they were same
Twinsies.
Jacket, same motorcycle, same hair, same same.
Well, when you're fighting for your life on the line, you gotta look the part, Chris.
I guess, and also Bailey has a type,
Yeah.
Which I think was just like her dad, a little dead daddy issue.
Well, dead daddy.
Anyway, let's throw it to your ad read, Rob.
Sure, let's go ahead and do purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch.
Rob's ad read.
Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by hot dogs at 5 a.m. You've really done it this time. You're past due on your motel room rent and the bottle's empty. All you need is a gun in your mouth and a bullet with a one-way ticket through your uvula. But that would require commitment. Commitment, you mutter to yourself as you trail off. If only that bitch Marlene knew that word before taking the 2.5 kids in the Ford Fiesta to her personal trainer's double-wide trailer on the outskirts of town. What you wouldn't do to find that fucker walking alone on a dark night. You sigh with resignation. They're all gone. Pretty soon you'll have to pack up and move on. But for now, the sun's just beginning to poke through the clouds, and the dumpster behind 7-Eleven looks like the rats haven't gotten to it yet. Looks like breakfast is free today. So you resolve to have it. Hot dogs at 5 a.m. Because there's ever morning when you're never asleep. Go get 'em, Slider.
Slider. Oh my God, I think we found our demographic, dude. Slider. Bob, if you don't remember.
Bob knows about Slider.
Yeah.
The walking pustule.
We
Yeah, you talked about him.
Yeah, he's the guy that delivered me seafood, but I caught him pissing in the back of his truck right next to my scallops.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that guy, self-titled.
I imagine his face whenever I write these.
Yeah, me too. He looks like a Vader from WWE.
Yeah.
Only like smaller.
He looks like Darth Vader without his mask.
Yeah, he really did. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Test number 3. This is the worst dialogue.
Yeah.
Fucking President Clinton.
You had sex with President Clinton?
When that's one of the better lines of dialogue in your movie, you know the rest is pretty bad. And this is the worst dialogue.
Number
5.
Blow.
Happy birthday, Bo.
Happy birthday, Bo. Now blow out the damn
I
candles.
don't have enoug wind in me to blow out all them candles. Want to help?
I'll help you.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
You should have seen your face. We got you good. You look scared there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the only thing that scared you was electricity, heights, and women.
No. It's that map that scares me. Upgrading half the state.
Contract's only for line 12, Bo.
No, line 12 is the longest line in the county, the one at most risk. You know, you ought to think less about how old I am and get in your trucks and get back to work. Oh, that's well said, Bo.
After the cake.
Yeah, after the cake.
Yeah, you can tell that nobody gives a single fuck about this movie they're making. I know we make this accusation a lot, but this is one of those movies where it's just like, let me just spit out these fucking lines I'm supposed to read. I know they're terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a paycheck and getting the fuck home.
Yeah.
Is he the only one with the accent? Like, they're in Texas, and I feel like it's more of a I feel like it's more of a Georgian accent and less of a Texan accent. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But also, no one else seems to have one. Or should I say, less of the guys seem to have one.
Less so.
Yeah, maybe they're all transplants from somewhere else because, you know, linemen. I don't know.
You gotta bring in fresh talent often.
A lineman's work knows no borders.
All over the country.
The number of employees they have is staggering. I mean, I guess it's a big job, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, line 12 is the longest in the county, so it takes a lot of guys.
They're always towing the line.
Yeah, no,
I got the longest in the
county. Prove it on air. Here's a helicopter. All right, let's go to number 4. This is Be Smart.
Hey, sweetie, can we get around here? Hey, what do I gotta do to get around here? Huh?
He looks like you used to, bro.
Hey, cable guy, can you get me free HBO?
We're not cable guys. We're linemen.
No, seriously. What do I have to slip through under the table, get a little free cable over here?
Well, hell, I guess you'd have to be smart enough to ask a cable guy.
So you're a smart guy, huh? Smart enough to consider who you might be talking to?
I don't know. A dumbass?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
Well, by the looks of it. A dumbass that's outnumbered 10-1? Now, look, we don't want any trouble. We're tired. It's been a long day. So why don't you just put it there? Come on. Option B ain't good. Let's do it. Yeah.
I appreciate what they were trying to do. They're trying to make him like be a badass without actually like going full badass.
Having to be a badass, yeah. But then they ruin it in the parking lot 20 minutes later. Maybe 10 minutes later in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they make him like he's too good guy in the parking lot. I don't think I had this in my outline at all. He punches out Ron's big buff friend.
Yeah.
Also, Duncan is talking to him. I don't think I have this anywhere either, but Duncan is like bullshitting him, and some guy, like his best friend, pulls Duncan aside. He's like, "You don't want him to punch you. He'll like blow your brains out of your ears or something." You know.
It's like they went on r/I am very badass, like not realizing it's ironic.
Yeah, exactly. But I love how the biker is like, "Hey, can you get me some cable?" And then the best friend that I was just talking about is like, "He looks like you used to look like, Bo," like referencing the fact that he used to be a biker.
Yeah.
You know who he looked like, right? I thought it was Harley from Epic Mealtime for a second.
Oh, it did look like him.
Yeah.
I thought it was Zach Wilde for a minute.
Nah, you would have smelled it through the screen.
All right, fair enough. But I like how the biker guy's like, "Do you know who you're talking to?" And then we never find out who he was talking to.
Yeah. Well, they're going to introduce a seventh antagonist at this point, and they decided against it.
Right.
During the 20th
right. They were
series.
thinking about a little biker gang like side quest there.
Like they're trying to fix the circuit at the end. You see him like swinging chains, approaching on his motorcycle, like warriors. Coke bottles on one hand.
Come out to play. Did we do that as a good movie yet? Because I'd really love to.
No, but we should.
Oh, it's so good though.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking love that movie. Good movie episode this season, maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't done a '70s movie in a while. Just
I'm down.
Anyway,
I'm totally down.
Austin's Jaws, Exorcist, Alien.
Yeah. I love '70s movies.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. This is Bring You Up.
I'm pregnant.
Well, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't hear that. Did you say you were pregnant? You're kidding, right? Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Don't you know how to protect yourself? I didn't bring you up that way. Oh, well, it's him. Oh, God, it's him. It's Duncan, isn't it?
It's what I want.
What? That's what you want? Some boy can't give you nothing?
He's not some boy.
Well, then what is he?
He's a lineman.
Lineman.
Like you.
Lineman.
Like your
Like
daddy.
your daddy.
Like my daddy.
Like my daddy.
Chris, when you sent me the timestamps for these clips, I had not yet watched the movie, and I thought that was his wife talking to him before like the brought you up part. And he's like, I'm pregnant. Oh, fuck.
God, fucking, it was Duncan, wasn't it? Duncan, his balls in your butt, wasn't he? I love how John Travolta is like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. And then immediately he's like, did you say you were pregnant? Which is not
like he heard
at
it,
all
yeah.
pretending that he didn't hear it.
No, he went straight to acting like he heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, how about number 2? This is Boys.
Now, I want you to leave all your problems at home. I want you to keep your focus, and I want you to lose your attitude. Now, this company is not only doing the largest upgrade to a grid in the state of Texas, but it's the largest upgrade our company has ever done. And what you boys have signed up for ain't gonna be easy. God knows being a lineman ain't gonna be easy. But most of this grid is over 30 years old, and it's our job to replace every inch before storm season hits. They don't like advertising this, but being a lineman is the 4th most dangerous job in the United States. Hell, training growing tigers naked in a meat suit is the 5th most dangerous job, and I wouldn't lose sleep if I had to do that. That's a joke.
Thanks, John. Thanks, John.
That's a joke. Lots of joke.
Unlimited option for renewal. 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 Each time just zooming in on his fucking fat head.
Let me take that little reverb action that you just provided and throw it straight to number 1. This is Bottle.
One, daddy. So you introduced it without the fucking drum roll, so. That is Chris beating himself in the head with his notebook. What's a bottle, you said?
I think. I don't remember now.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound? So you'll just keep making an ass out of yourself.
Why did they do that? Why did they go super slow-mo?
Because they had to get it like over 90 minutes, A, and B, he needed a reason to shoot Bailey in the stomach so John Travolta could throw himself on the thing to save her from the surgery. When she could have easily just like slipped and fallen, and it would have been just as urgent if she were injured with the had to shoot her in the stomach. See, they wouldn't allow him to drown dogs on the set for this movie, So he's like, I gotta hurt somebody. So he had the pregnant lady get shot in the stomach.
Yes, of course. She was pregnant with a puppy, probably.
Yes, probably. Yeah, just in case. I don't want to take any chances. All right.
All right, let's start to Bob with test number 4. This is the worst production.
Wow, that production sucks. All right.
Oh shoot, I forgot to write a tagline. I'm gonna say re-editing.
Okay.
Re-editing.
Re-editing. So you know how they do like private test screenings when they first like come up with their first edit? Like they're like, hey,
yeah.
Let's test screen this for whatever, ratings, release, whatever. Well, they did that.
Yeah.
And before its release, the movie needed massive re-editing and rewriting and reshooting to be able to be assembled in a coherent and entertaining way, because the first cuts, private test screenings were received so poorly. So that means what we saw was after it was massively reworked.
Oh my God.
I can't even imagine what those test audiences had to endure.
No.
And just as a side note, this director also directed Saw 5. Which I didn't see.
All right. No, I didn't either. I was out of the Saw game by then.
He's done things that made money. Let's just say that. He's done things that made money. But this was not one of them. Yeah, that's my worst production. It's the fact that it was so bad they had to redo a bunch of shit, and it still came out this bad. That's my thing.
Yeah, so this is them trying their best after receiving like constructive feedback.
Yeah, after getting like a reset, like you know when you're in school, like okay, you take the test again and see how you do this time. That's basically what it was.
But you do worse, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. But you get the exact same score somehow.
It's like I had friends that took the PSATs and all the SAT training courses, and like took the SAT like 4 times because you could take it as much as you pay for it. And like, I didn't do any. I took it once. I got like an above average score. Like I didn't do like I'm not like a genius, but like I did like better than they did after all that preparation, and that's what that kind of reminds me of.
I did okay. I don't remember how the 1600. It was like almost 1200. I think it was like 1170 or something.
I was around that ballpark.
Yeah, but I was considered an idiot in high school, which is funny. Like I still consider
not much has
myself
changed.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we? Okay, so re-editing. Yes. Let's throw it to test number 6. This is the number 5. Test number 5. This is the worst acting. I think I hit myself a little too hard with that. No, but
yeah.
I have
having a
lovely
concussion flashback.
That very well may be, though your acting is not that good. This is the worst acting.
You know how when you break your nose, like the Owen Wilson, like it's not that hard to break your nose again?
Yeah.
Well, I've had so many concussions that I probably just gave myself another one because it's not that hard at this point. Like, I did skateboarding, football, did like jackass videos when I was young because it was cool you know, a teenager to like do jackass style videos. So gave myself a lot of really dumb concussions. So I think maybe I'm a little concussed. Who knows? Like a football doctor on the sidelines might be able to diagnose me as concussed at this moment. So we'll see how the rest of this pod goes. Test number 5, the worst acting. Let's go to number 1. This is Birthday.
Come on, look, I understand you need money, but you never held a job longer than 2 months in your whole life. But I work hard. I will. Well, you know what Mom used to say? She used to say, Bo is so lazy that he'd quit breathing if he didn't think it'd kill him. I mean, look, how long has it been since I seen you? You been out being a badass, running around getting in trouble? Now all of a sudden you want to come home and be a lineman.
Lineman.
I need something different, you know, something better. Yeah, sure would appreciate it. Besides, you got no choice. And why is that? Because it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Do you think the actor playing his brother forgot his line there?
Yeah,
he's
probably.
Possibly. Yeah. He's barely in it, right?
It's just so funny.
Yeah, he's
like,
barely in it, but
you know, it's like a common sitcom trope. Like the best example that I compare to this one is like on King of the Hill, when like they're trying to unpack an incident that happened a couple weeks ago, and like Dale, the really bald, like disgustingly skinny guy, like his retelling of events, he's like ripped and he has like the long flowing hair and like the sunglasses.
Yeah, of course, to
make himself look more favorable to the narrative. And like that's the Travolta flashback was him with the long flowing hair and the motorcycle and the bandana. Like, hey, you find out it was 5 years ago or like 2 years ago, and he looks so drastically different.
Dude, his fucking beard goatee thing, like the ponytail off his beard.
I also love how obviously dyed black it was for the flashback.
Yes,
like when he was like climbing the pole when his brother died, and then it was like super gray and old. And they kept making comments about how old he was. That was like the funny thing is, yeah, he's older, but it doesn't look. He's like much older than you are. You know, like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How many years was it between? I don't even
15.
know because like his daughter. Oh, 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks for clearing that up. Number
2.
This is both.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. I need you to keep quiet, pay attention.
This is where
Horror show. Horror show. See that guy? That guy right there? Aced the safety test. He was top 10 in his class. Now, one day, he decided not to wear his proper PPE. Now, I don't know why. Maybe he was running late. Maybe he was thinking about something else. But if you think for 1 minute that 500,000 votes ain't nothing to worry about, or you think you're so good you ain't gonna never make a mistake, or it just can't happen to you, you a damn fool. Because even if you ain't that stupid, and you listen to everything I say, follow all the rules, 1 moment of distraction, you're thinking about your money problems, or you're thinking about your wife, or your girlfriend, or both. That distraction, that moment you ain't focused, will kill you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I think if he had an accent coach, which at this point in 2015 he's like beyond that, like this smaller production cannot get him an accent coach because it would be insulting to him. If he had one, they would have been like, we need to reshoot that scene. That was fucking trash.
Yeah.
He's like, if you think that 500,000 votes ain't going to hurt you, then you a damn fool.
And then he forgets.
And even if you listen to everything I say, it's like all of a sudden he's like,
and then he forgets what movie he's on. He's just like, I guarantee. On the Baidu.
It's a joke.
I would love if he slipped a crap lousy in there on accident.
Crap lousy, silly.
Crap lousy lines.
Crap lousy.
Oh my God, he has it.
I still have it. I still have. Crap lousy. I still have
sentient.
I still have.
I like dongs.
Yeah, those are still mainstays.
Let's start at number 3.
3.
This is babbling.
We're gonna have a baby. I'm gonna be a daddy.
You don't even have a job.
I do have a job, Mama. I told you I'm a lineman now.
Lineman.
Your daddy, he died and left me with nothing. I didn't even have food to put on the table. I didn't have clothes to put proper clothes on your back. I am raising.
I'm not my daddy.
I'm a lineman. I'm not my daddy. That's it.
I'm Sharon Stone.
Oh my God, that's Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, let's throw it back to Bob. This is fact or no fact.
All right.
Okay.
Fucking wonderful.
Paper covers rock to lose the queen.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is fact or no fact.
Can I just guess real quick, Bob? This is gonna be one of the ones that there's so little about the movie to research that you're just gonna make up things about the actors, and we're gonna have to guess, right?
Okay, you're half right.
All right.
so little about this movie, but I did find an interview where they interviewed everybody in the movie.
Okay.
And all the facts are based around that interview.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
Cool.
And I called this game, instead of Life on the Line, I called it Strife All the Time.
And you could rest assured that none of us watched that interview. So
no,
definitely.
It wasn't a video. It wasn't a video. It was all okay. There could be a video version out there, but it was all in text.
All right.
Okay. So first of all, first one. When interviewed, the guy that played Poke Chop said the ladies are going to be very happy watching Devin in this movie. That's what he said.
All right.
Okay. Second one. When interviewed about the film, Travolta said he had a greater understanding of what keeps the world electrified. Okay, third thing. When interviewed about this character, Travolta said he starts the movie on a Harley and he's a badass. Okay, fourth thing. When interviewed about watching actual linemen work as part of his research, Travolta said of their work, it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. Okay, and the last one. When interviewed about his training, Travolta said, I started training in Florida, then in Texas, then again in Canada. So I had 3 times the training.
For being a lineman?
Yeah.
Then a lineman. Yeah, he's 3 times as trained as any lineman.
3 times the training.
Honestly, out of all of these, the one I believe the most is that the guy who played Pock Chop unprompted let his latent homosexual tendencies be known toward Devin Sawa. Yeah, you know what? I think the lady's gonna be really happy. I think it's really gonna make them wet in the pants. We were asking you about the craft service,
about Bo's death. How traumatic was Bo's death?
Yeah.
Devin Sawa's abs in one of those cut scenes.
They're fucking ripped.
Oh my god!
So
no
Travolta
ham
said he had
sandwiches in real life. I'll tell you that.
Nope. Travolta said he had a greater understanding of what keeps the world electric. I mean, like, that sounds like it's just like one of those like canned answers you have when you're doing your press rounds and you're just so fucking tired of doing it.
I believe that.
So he said he started the movie on a Harley and he's a badass. Maybe. He said linemen were unbelievable. He couldn't believe it. That's like the same as number 2. So that makes me think one of them isn't true. He said he trained in Florida, Texas, and Canada, so he had 3 times the training. God damn. I'm going to say
4 of these are real. 4 of these are real.
Yeah, 4 of these happen.
So I'm going to say 2 and 4 are too similar for one of them to not be true or to be true. Yeah. So I'm going to go. I have 2 fingers right here. This is for number 2. This is for number 4. Whatever one hurts the most when I slam it on my desk is my answer. 2. I think 2 is the lie.
Okay, I think 3 is the lie because they mentioned how he's a badass a bunch in this movie, and I feel like I want to say that was all Travolta's idea, and so did Bob. So he just wrote the lie like it was Travolta's idea to call him a motorcycle riding badass, especially considering that we had wild hogs in our latent movie podcast.
I was not on that episode though.
Yes, but you can hear it at www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
Which we know that Bob definitely heard every episode because he was a huge fan before he joined the show. So
I was a super fan. I was Strife all the time. You both lost. I win twice this episode. The guy that played Poke Chop did say, Rob, you're so right.
Get your jizz bucket ready.
The ladies we're going to love. I'll be very happy watching Devin in this movie. When interviewed about this film, Travolta said he had a greater understanding of what to keep the world electrified is a fucking fact.
I believe that.
And when interviewed about his character, he said he starts the movie on a Harley and he's a badass. And he went on after that. Anyway.
Fuck.
Now, I stole this from David Letterman's show back in the early 2000s. David Letterman had a bit where he kept saying, it was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it. Like it was like
either
with the
it was
context
either a
now.
clip from something. It was either a clip from something he watched or something he just made up, and he kept saying it over and over again. It was one of those Letterman things.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Travolta did say, I started training in Florida, then Texas, then Canada. It was 3 times.
I knew that was
training.
true.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking egomaniac.
Yeah, he's a dude.
So yeah, I'm riding so high. I won a darts tournament last week. I won 2 things this week. So fucking happy.
Oh my god.
Move on to catch all.
This is
I won a darts tournament. In case you didn't know that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It was in my school. All the guys, 20 guys, put $5 in a pool, and we played darts in a bracket formation.
Nice.
And I won the whole damn thing, and I won
yeah.
$95. Yeah.
Nice.
What version did you play?
301.
Are we doing the pool thing
301
again,
okay.
Chris? Are you trying to bring it back to billiards?
I thought Bob was going to say like Zip Zap.
No,
like some game I never fucking heard of on a dartboard.
Yeah. It was
where you actually if you hit the dartboard you lose or something.
Every bracket was best of 3, except the final was best of 5. And in the best of 5, I won 1, 2, 3 games in a row. I fucking swept them. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You hitting your triple 20s then?
Wow.
A lot of triple 19s, actually.
Okay, all right.
That's the secret.
Major respect. Okay, so Rob, when we get together with Bob at some point in the future, Bob and I are going to go on that dartboard. And he's going to watch me hit bullseye after bullseye. He's going to cry when I beat him.
So I can't play with you guys? Is what you're saying?
I'll be happy for
I
you,
mean,
Chris.
no, you can. I'm just saying.
I love when you win, Chris. I'll be happy.
Yeah. We'll see about that. I think you're going to shed some tears. Right into your jizz bucket. Let's throw it to the catch-all.
The catch-all. I want to start with an abuser. Just give me 1 second here, all right?
Yeah.
Get the hell down from there!
All right.
The subtitle was so good for that. Did you see the subtitle for that?
No.
It said, "Get down from there, whore."
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Like I really, honest to God, think you should watch it with the subtitles. It's a whole different experience. It's like watching, I don't know. It's like watching MSC 3K, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I might do that. My number 5. Can we talk about the Travolta ponytail goatee a little bit? Can we?
Yeah.
Talk about the decisions that were made there. Why do you think that they wanted him to look like Tom Ramadan?
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah. Earl Boss.
Yeah.
Fan of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of the show. Tom Ramadan. So I thought it was really funny that they wanted him to look like what's his favorite band? What is your favorite band when you have the rubber band on the goatee right here? What's
Allman
your guess?
Brothers.
Is there a name for that?
No, well, I'm asking.
I mean,
what
that's
you
a
would.
It's a new metal thing.
This is a Chris take.
No. No, that goes back to WWF. Captain Lou Albano.
I was thinking Scott Ian from Anthrax.
So Captain Lou Albano had
Anthrax,
rubber bands attached to his cheek.
Yes,
and a rubber band attached to his goatee. That's Captain Lou Albano.
All right, so if you had to take a guy in his late 50s who had a rubber band goatee, Bob, name a band that you know this dude listens to.
Slipknot.
Okay, Rob.
I'm gonna take a different approach. I was just a Tom joke. I have two choices, and they don't sound similar, but you'll see the connection. White Zombie and REO Speedwagon.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
those are biker strip club artists.
Oh, they're so disconnected but connected at the same time. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I was thinking ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's no.
No, that's too commercial.
Give me all
No,
your loving.
that's a cleaner. That's
Too
a cleaner
beardy.
beard.
No, well, yeah, but a fan, you know, like
Yeah.
I'll take your beard. But
Rubber band indicates some bondage. I feel like there's some heaviness there. And ZZ Top is all pop, man.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Anthrax was my first instinct, but Rob went with
Anthrax is a good guess. That's a better answer. Go with that.
Yeah. How about suicidal tendencies?
Yeah. I can see that.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi.
Pepsi. All I wanted was a fucking Pepsi. All right, Bob, go.
That's a real. I looked at the poll.
Did you go yet? Did you go? That was okay.
Yeah,
That was yours. Okay.
I wanted to talk about Travolta's goatee.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one is gonna say. So I've already actually mentioned my first 3 catch-alls, so I'm gonna skip past all of them and just say too many flashbacks.
Yeah.
Too many flashbacks.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time keeping track because everyone looks the fucking same because Travolta looks the fucking same. And everyone else looks the same.
An age a day.
Yeah.
And I can't tell what's a flashback and what's not a flashback. Too many flashbacks. Chris.
Okay. I already said mine, so you want to we'll just keep it moving since we're running late. The old put a blanket over someone sleeping to illustrate how much you care about them trope.
And she already had a blanket on top of her.
Yeah,
that is a trope.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. It's a trope.
Yeah, it's a lame trope. It's supposed to make him look like a good person.
It also happens in The Fanatic when John Travolta's moose character.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I know. I'm foreshadowing. Breaks into Devon Sawa's Hunter Dunbar house and also covers him in a blanket.
Hunter Dunbar.
Okay. Speaking of Devon Sawa, why, when it was his first day on the job, or at least he was going to that training, why did he park his motorcycle far away from the parking lot?
That drove me fucking insane.
Especially being late and then having to run back to the station. Like, he parked it so far away from where he had to be. It was so funny. I thought that was hilarious.
He also took off his jacket mid-run and just threw it.
He didn't want grass. He didn't want teenagers stealing his chromies off his tires.
Yeah, maybe. They didn't seem to solve the train derailment.
No, they did
not. That was a big deal.
Not even a little bit. They that was the first big hiccup when the storm came in, and they were like, "Okay, let's all focus on this." And then there's a bunch of explosions and shit, and then Travolta's like, "All right, John, you stay by and fix this up, and then we'll go back to the station and figure out what's going on there." And then Travolta and Duncan go to, or Travolta and Sawa, I should say, go back to the power station, and then they show the Weather Channel hub where the politician guy is, and the dude John, who he told to fix the train derailment, is there with him.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure shit out from the power station. Nothing happened at the train derailment. Literally, they did nothing.
Yeah.
And that bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
It did. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Sharon Stone. Okay.
Yeah.
It was obvious where the booze was in the cupboard. They kept doing a quick cut of her rifling through the cabinet to find the booze, but it was the giant bottle on the second shelf. You couldn't miss it. After she rifles around for a while, she finds it. And that just proves yet again what a horrible actress Sharon Stone is. Because she's not a good actress.
Wow.
I've never liked her in anything.
In her defense, she had trouble finding it because she was drunk. She was up all night drinking and she needed the hair of the dog. Too much credit.
Rob just really likes that shot of her vagina.
That must be it, Chris.
Okay, she was in Total Recall, and I love Total Recall. And by the way, Running Man, Chris. Running Man, Edgar Wright's version finished wrapping. They wrapped filming. It's gonna be released soon.
Oh no way! Did they really? Oh my god! I can't fucking.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to fly up to New Haven and watch it in the theater with you when it comes out.
Please fucking do that. We will do that. We're drinking. Did we do that? We haven't done that for a good movie yet, right? Or a bad movie? Can we do that for
We did Running Man. We did Running Man.
We did Running Man.
Oh my god, damn it. We did.
Yeah, you can find that episode at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Thank you.
No, we're gonna have to do it again because Edgar Wright does not make bad movies. I'm gonna say that right now. Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
He does amazing movies.
All right, fair. Good point.
It's Glenn Powell too, right? Glenn Powell's in it. He's like in all sorts of weird like sequels now.
Honestly, I don't know who's in it. Honestly, but yeah, you could be right.
Glenn Powell's a sequel guy. He was in like Top Gun Maverick. He was in Twisters. He's gonna be in Running Man. He's just like the soft landing reboot guy.
Okay.
Yeah, fair. Whose turn is it? Mine or yours?
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yes, yours or yes, mine. Okay. The body, Travolta or Bo's body, flying after the electrocution was fucking hilarious. I was laughing out loud when I saw that. So the climatic and the way they tie this all together is not his daughter. I'm sorry, a little sick. His niece got shot in the abdomen. She has a baby. But apparently the bullet missed the baby, and they need to save her life. But the power goes out because roll my eyes. And he like jumps on the circuit to fucking reconnect it because one like connection disconnected, where it doesn't take any rewiring or anything. It just takes his body weight.
You gotta throw the switch, yeah.
Reconnect. Luckily, it just took his body weight to reconnect, so he decided to sacrifice himself by jumping on it. But what the really funny byproduct is, he jumps on it, puts his full weight on it, it closes, it connects, and then his body bursts into flames, and then it's thrown like 30 feet away, and it's John Travolta's old ass, like mustard consuming bratwurst body getting tossed like 60 30 packs back into the dirt, and it's just the funniest fucking, oh my god, I just could not get enough of that. That's my number one. Go ahead, Bob, if you have anything else.
Are we on number one already? I feel like we skipped one.
Yeah, well, I skipped a couple because we talked about them already.
Okay, well, I'm going to say two then. I'm going to first add on to yours and say he could have slung his jacket around the thing and yanked it down to avoid
his
electrical
PPE.
current.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have easily done that and not died, okay?
Right.
But I'm going to also say that the neighbor who just moved in and was like the suicidal guy, the vet, his daughter's disappointment in her father was so cold and heartless. She wins Best Actor award hands down in this movie. She fucking ruled. When she shook her head at her dad's like disappointment, I was like, she wins. I love this girl. I want to see her in something else.
Yeah,
I feel like she's disappointed in me. That's how good she was.
That's how good she was. Yeah, I agree.
Anything else, or should we throw it to what we're watching?
Let's throw it.
I mentioned to you guys the funniest part for me because the gummy had hit and I was watching this in bed, and when the circuit's not connected and he takes off the necklace and he looks at the necklace and he looks at the circuit, and my first thought was like, oh, that's metal. He could use that. And then he's like, I want you to have this. And he throws it and it's like jams the switch.
Yeah, right.
It killed me, dude. I was fucking gasping for air. Because like I'm not a lineman, but I'm sure a necklace won't be able to complete the circuit. But in my mind, for like a 30-second period, I'm like, that'd be fucking hilarious. Lineman.
Lineman.
What we're watching.
Here's the line.
All right, here we go.
In the future.
I spend most of my free time watching movies because I feel like at any moment
We're all gonna die.
this is what we're watching.
Dick.
Right.
So what I'm watching right now, Aaron and I are watching the Dahmer episodic on Netflix, which we have seen before. I might have even mentioned on the show before.
The tapes
but
or the actual like the fiction or like the real true crime one?
The like fictional reenactment that is based on truth with Aaron. Are you up here? No, she's not. Peter Kennings, or I don't know. Some guy from like American Horror Story.
Yeah, okay. I know the one you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
He does a fucking great job doing a Minnesotan accent and pretending to be Dahmer. It's fucking awesome. It's really hard to watch if you're not into watching people being like brutalized.
Yeah.
So just don't watch it if you're not into like true crime shit. But if you are, it's really great. I'm watching it again. It's been a couple of years. I probably mentioned it in some past podcast. Sorry on mentioning it again. One that I may not have mentioned before, but that is a true favorite of mine that could be a bad movie episode. This is one of those that Robbie enjoy us doing because I'll defend it even though it's terrible. It's Mystery Men.
I just watched that. It came on Tubi recently. Yeah.
Oh no shit! Yeah, exactly. That's why I watch it.
It's a good movie.
It's A-list stars.
Okay.
It's A-list stars with B movie charm. Yeah. A-list stars, B movie charm. Yeah.
It's funny, right?
It's great.
Most people that I've talked to about it shit on it, so I thought.
Hey, Dad, me and three strange men are gonna go to my room. He's like, okay.
All right.
We all like it. We all like it. So it could be a good movie, or it could just be.
I do have a good movie
talked about, but referred to.
Yeah.
See, that really makes me feel better about my movie selections.
I mean,
because I fucking love that movie, but you guys and my sister are basically the only ones that have ever said.
No, it's fucking great.
That
It
they
does
enjoyed
exactly
it.
what it.
You know?
It's a satire.
Okay,
It's a superhero satire.
Your sister obviously is a brilliant person. Tell her I said that.
Yes, she is. I will.
Ironically,
that's what I got.
And then she'll hear me say it, and with that I say,
get this:
hello.
Mystery Men has a 60% critical score and a 57% audience score. So the audiences liked Mystery Men less than the critics, which is weird.
Oh,
I thought that would be like a fan favorite. I thought it'd be like a critically panned fan favorite. But no, 60%. It's not that's good movie territory.
You know why? That's the Pee Wee Herman backlash.
No,
that's a Pee Wee backlash.
It's been too long.
It had been too long?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been over a year, right? No, maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No, he got outed for like jerking it in like 93. This came out in like 2000.
Backlash. There's the Pee Wee backlash and the Ben Stiller bump. Like,
yes.
People just generally like Ben Stiller shit, you know?
Yeah.
And what's her name? Janine Garofalo. People like her too. And,
I don't.
And of course,
I don't personally like her very much.
Yeah. And what's the guy's name? He
William
does a lot
H.
of.
Macy?
No, he.
William H.
True.
Macy.
Who's the guy that does Simpson voices? Shit.
Oh, Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
Yes. Hank, He's also in it.
Hank Azaria. Yeah.
Stacked cast, man.
No, there's so many people.
Very stacked cast. Yes, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, my turn. Okay, so I only watched one thing, and Rob knows what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ruben Solo. Please
I gotta
clap.
watch that.
Ruben Solo is an Australian comedian, or should I say surrealist anti-comedian.
Yeah, it's anti-comedy for sure.
He does live shows. He released something literally last week. It was performed in 2024, but he released a filmed version of one of his shows. It's very non-traditional. It's bit driven. Like, it's not like jokes. It's like seeing live sketch comedy, but with such a surrealist spin. Like, it's so much fun. I laughed endlessly, or so it seemed. And then here's the funny thing. I sent it to my brother Dave, and Dave wrote back saying, I got halfway through, shrug emoji.
Yeah.
And I guess that's one example of where our comedy taste diverges. Like, it's just
you've
me and
really
Dave
got to
agree
be
on
into
a lot of
anti-comedy. Yeah.
It's just so fucking good. Like it's so smart. Oh god, it's so good. Rob, you're gonna like it. Chris, please give it a try. I think
Chris,
you'd like it.
The best way to describe it is like it's like the same kind of humor as Tim and Eric, but not as overt. And it's one guy.
I might like it because I understand the Tim and Eric idea. Only they go they go so far into
what's so brave about it is he does this in front of a fucking live audience and it still works.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Everything he's doing is like relying on the audience to respond or not respond or at least react. And it fucking works. And it's just brilliant the fact that it actually progresses to an end point. Like I don't know how he does it. It's great.
Right.
Well, you know what? Aaron might already be asleep. I got a little General Tso's to heat up. I might throw that on. Where can I stream it?
It's on YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And thank you for asking because I forgot to mention it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on my watch later.
Ruben
So
Solo.
hopefully, I'm gonna be doing an all nighter with my son tonight. I think so. I'll probably watch it when I'm in the.
I might watch it again. That's how much I liked it. I might watch it again. That's how much I liked it.
Yeah. All right. I watched 3 movies. Beau is Afraid. It's an A24 movie. Joaquin Phoenix. It's like 3 hours long. It's a guy like basically with chronic anxiety, like being thrust into this very fantastical. You don't know what's real or what's in his mind, and it's so like it's meant to be like so traumatizing that like, yes, he's an anxiety-ridden person, but also like he's having pretty measured reactions to the shit that's happening around him if it is in fact real.
Is he really good in it?
The acting is good. The cinematography is great. It's really surreal. It gets shot really well. But like if I wanted to sum up the whole movie, I'd call it's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of Your Mom. It's just Freudian mommy issues and anxiety. Like, it's I don't know what it was trying to do, but it was fun to watch. Basically, like
because I feel like Joaquin is pretty much good in everything I've seen him in.
He's allergic to average.
Strange man.
Yeah, he's allergic to average runtimes, which I would watch more of his movies if they weren't all 3 fucking hours. The Fanatic, because I want to do it for the show, and just coincidentally, the Travolta Sawa connection is actually kind of funny because they're like, we did good together in Life on the Line that we had to go together with Fred Durst and do this other thing.
Yeah, for real.
I watched another movie with Fred Durst, but I won't bring that up until the end of the show when we go over the poll. And it's finally on Hulu. I Heart Huckabees. Jason Schwartzman, Dustin Hoffman, Jude Law, Mark Wahlberg. It's
what the fuck?
I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
It's on Hulu now. It's
I Heart
basically it's basically like it's a surrealist tragicomedy, I guess is what they call it. It's an existential comedy is what they call it. But it's a mind fuck, but it's really fun because Dustin Hoffman and I can't forget his wife in the movie's name, but she's in a lot of shit. But they're existential detectives and like they're like, we're gonna spy on you to figure out what makes you tick so we can like further evaluate. But they're out in the open, like they'll just Jason Schwartzman will just be brushing his teeth and he'll see like the lady like in his with her face in the it's just so fucking stupid, but it's so well done. It's like very high lowbrow or low highbrow, however you want to.
Okay, yeah,
that's it. That's all I got.
All right, cool. Let's throw it to bad credit names. Fareya Khan, Joe Shotbolt, Thor Ruse, Dayton Boots, R.L. Grubbs, and Rosado Ferrari.
Now, R.L. Grubbs should have been number 1, dude. I'm sorry.
Rosado Ferrari.
Yeah.
Rosado Ferrari.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I guess he sounds like a guy who makes barbecue sauce. Probably because of Mr. Stubbs.
Stubbs, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Offensive minigame.
You know, at this point in the show...
I don't feel anything, you?
Me neither, you?
Nothing.
So let's just jump to the offensive minigame.
Charlie Sheen or Duncan Dash.
What's Duncan Dash? Can you explain that?
Hold on. Yeah, let's go back to both of them, actually.
Okay. Charlie Sheen is Deadfall. Just him being like
You
AIDS
just don't like
spreading.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
Yeah, he just like gave a lot of women AIDS.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't like. But Duncan Dash is where Duncan goes into the diner and gets a ham sandwich and then doesn't pay for it. He just leaves. And leaves Bailey with the bill.
See, you're putting me in a difficult spot because Charlie Sheen wasn't the person he became yet in Deadfall, and
True.
when it comes to the scenes where people are leaving an eatery, it's just a filmic timing thing where like maybe he tossed a couple bucks on the table, but like it wasn't important to the movie. So I don't think he like necessarily dined and dashed.
They also were dating at the time. It could have been understood that he just gets a free meal, you know.
So I guess Charlie
consider
Sheen...
that ham sandwich though. It's part of the kit here. It's the ham sandwich that was.
Well, I guess on its face, dining and dashing would be more offensive than this Charlie Sheen existing before he became the person that he became. Because he was just a movie star. He was just an Estevez back then, you know.
We're split. Chris, decide.
I'm going to Chuck Sheen.
Right.
Homicide Sam Peckinpah or Sharon Stone Cold Bitch.
Sharon Stone.
Cold bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Bailey Boner or Fried Eddie.
Fuck Fried Eddie.
Right. Yeah. Fried Eddie.
Fried Eddie.
I want to say belly boner, but I kind of had one too. So there you go.
Yeah.
He would have taken the same tactical approach.
Yeah.
Okay. So Deadfall wins that one. Let's start with the movie comparison.
So what you're really trying to say
Just want to apologize to our listening audience for this whole episode, where I am trying my best not to cough into the microphone. Bob, you won this episode with a 5-star. Rob, you won Deadfall with a 5-star. It is a wash.
Right. It's a wash.
Offensive, Deadfall takes it, apparently, according to you guys. Rape doesn't really register on the offensive scale, apparently. Dialogue, is it worse for Life on the Line or Deadfall?
Life. I say Life.
I agree, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
1-1. Production, re-editing for Life on the Line or busted budget for Deadfall?
Re-editing.
I'm going back to Life. Life on the Line, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Acting. Excuse me. Deadfall or Life on the Line?
I mean,
that's tough because it's technically adequate for Life on the Line. It's just not memorable or good, you know. But it's not like it's people reading like Deadfall is it's got the soap opera thing going for it, you know.
I feel like Travolta did a more egregious acting, role, and fucked up the movie from his perspective more than anyone else in Life on the Line did. I thought Life on the Line.
Oh, you're saying Cage. Cage did.
I'm sorry. You're right. I should have said Cage. Yeah, Cage.
Yeah.
Cage did that more so than Travolta did. Travolta just was a ham. I feel like Life on the Line was. Life on the Line was better. Barely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Life on the Line was adequate. It was adequately acted. Just people just showed up and it was a job. It wasn't like it was
a horrible. It was a horrible script. I just think they acted okay.
Yeah.
All right. As far as demerits go, what do we have for Life on the Line? Lineman?
Lineman.
How many fucking times
Totally
I say
lineman.
lineman?
Lineman Hyman.
The lineman Hyman? Or soap opera logic?
That's tough.
The Lineman Hyman or soap opera logic?
I'm gonna say Lineman Hyman.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Worst movie of the season. Life on the line.
Okay.
It was.
Wow.
It feels right.
It beat out Deadfall. I think it was less entertaining than Deadfall, for sure. I'd rather watch Deadfall again.
I'd watch
next week.
All right, so I'm going to revisit the what we're watching segment real quick as I go over the poll. We had Rollerball versus Galaxy of Terror versus something I watched and I fucking loved, and I know both you guys will fucking hate. It's not an A24 film, but it's distributed by A24, and it's a little ditty called Y2K, which won 43% of the vote compared to Rollerball's 37% compared to Galaxy of Terror's 20%. Y2K. Fred Durst. Fred Durst.
Won.
Yeah.
It won?
It won. Okay.
Y2K
All
won.
right. Fair enough.
Now, here's the thing, guys. This is the poll. It's got mixed reviews. It's got like 50 or 60% territory. I know both of you are going to fucking hate every minute of it, which is why I wanted to pick it. I have personally loved it. I think it did everything it set out to do. I think it's the perfect satire. I think it's like a master in misdirects and like funny reveals. And I know both of you guys are gonna hate every single minute of it. So I'm so happy that it won.
All right, fair enough. Have you guys seen the 2002 Rollerball?
Yes. I watched that in film as
69 or
I watched it in film as literature in Mrs. Greenstone's class in junior year of high school.
Was she making fun of it?
Didn't see it.
No, we were watching it for like shock cutting or something. It was just one of the filming techniques was like prevalent in that movie, and we were just watching it.
I saw it in theaters, and I was like 14 or 15, and it was fucking ridiculous, like so bad that when I was 14, I knew how bad it was.
Yeah.
So I'd love to make fun of it at some point. Maybe I'll put it on the poll again. We'll see. All right. So Life on the Line is the worst movie ever made.
Well, what about?
What? But didn't it win this poll? This
no,
week?
Y2K won.
Y2K won by a significant margin.
So Life on the Line is the worst movie ever made, at least for this season. And next we will compare it to Y2K. Rob, why don't you plug us and then throw it to Bob's last word, where I hope he does the thing I hope he does.
All right. You can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on Spotify. We're on YouTube, but YouTube's been really fucking dicks about the copyright thing. So some episodes might be missing over there while I go through the appeal process. Blah blah blah. It takes like a couple weeks. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Play. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We have polls. We do trailers. We post stories. It's a good time. You can email us too. www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Chris, why are you making that face? Bob, your last word?
Lineman Daddy.
See you next week, guys.
That's why. Fuck. Damn it, I'm so sick. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Schmabe. Thank you, Bob, for that. Appreciate it. Bye, Jelly.
It's really more of a falsetto. You really channel your upper pipes.
Yeah. Bob doesn't have upper pipes.
I don't.
One daddy. All right, bye, Jelly School.
Oh, fuck. That was so fucking funny.